It's the Game of the MTGO Show.
I think the best card in the pack is Parallax Wave. I've already had some Parallax Wave decks today, though. Maybe I'll Spiral. I think I spiraled earlier, too. I have an Ignoble Hierarch. Just try and red-green aggro somebody. I'm kind of in the mood for that. It's a little bit lower, what's the word? Lower power of a pack. I think taking Parallax Wave, Time Spiral, Windswept Heath, or maybe Ulamog would all be fine. Hierarch in the same range as Ulamog, maybe. I've seen Bloodbraid wheeling a lot today. Red-green, not popular. Kind of what I'm signing up for, though. Because I love it. Any mixer today? In the bourbon? No. I typically don't mix. And then on keto, you don't have a ton of options for mixers either. So that's fortunate for me. Fortunate I don't. There's two cards here that really appeal to me as splashes. And it's Nadu and Athari. Our last deck was playing Athari. We lost to the Nadu deck, so you gotta take the Nadu, right? I'll likely quit drinking if I stay on keto. I haven't been drinking as much this last few weeks, that's for sure. A little noble action here. I've yet to see the Protomen in concert. I really want to. Wonder if they're touring. Oops. I was on their webpage looking through their said their latest tour had dates from like 2023, so. Oh, the Protomen said they said they're not going to tour for a long time, if ever again. You might have to come to Nashville. Well, fuck. Oh, man. Well, now's when I wish I grabbed that Athari, huh? Maybe I'll splash both, huh? Just be like base red-green. A couple splashes. Hey, Street Rat Roger, thanks for the sub, thanks for 68 months. Am I going to get my beard trimmed up for my wedding? Yeah. I'll probably just trim it until it looks nice. Maybe shape it a bit. A little tempted by the Spire Bluff. Hey, Box of the Shoes, thanks for the sub, thanks for 122 months there. Come to Nashville, it's a good time. Nashville's okay. I'm not going to be traveling much this year, for sure. Greaves Nadu, sure. Grooming for the wedding, how bougie? Yeah. I'm guessing that if you saw a picture of everybody at the wedding, you would not be able to guess. Like, if you didn't know the people there, you would probably not be able to guess that I was the one getting married. Because I'm just wearing, like, a nice shirt, slacks, some leather shoes. All clothing that I've, like, broken in and am comfortable in. You thought you said my wedding had no groomed men? I see what you did there, Ziggs. Hey, thanks, Torberg. Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about it. I really want to have Parallax Wave for the Bloodbraid Challenge Cascade hit. Probably supposed to grab that Vantage, huh? Probably supposed to take the Fixer. And have fourth, like, single white be the only white card here. Be so greedy to take that Wave, but Waves wins so much. It's so good. Ooh, the Athari Wheel. Be a nice Triumph, huh? I mean, Boros was just open, right? Like, we got the fourth, like... Wasn't it, like, fifth pick or something? Like, I think we got the fourth kind of late. Should we marry Arwen to a bird? Hell yeah. Yeah, when I saw the Lumberjack earlier in the pack, I was like, there goes my Lumberjack. It came back to me. So there's 4 cards that appeal to me here. It's Sacred Foundry, Breeding Pool, Chrome Mox, and Dak. I think I'm going to take the Breeding Pool. Well, I mean, ensuring that we get green duels helps the Lumberjack a little bit. Specifically green duels that are forests. But we do already have a fetchable of that, so we got to fetch later. Maybe taking Sacred Foundry helps the mana base a little bit better. And Chrome Mox is great, and Chrome Mox can also fix, but we have all these like nice mana dorks that are ramping us, so like maybe we don't need to put in dead Bloodbraid Challenger Cascade hits like Chrome Mox. That Portico is tempting. It should come back. I'll go this here Pyrogoyf here. Springheart's another really good one with Nadu. Think about Meticulous Archive. Think about Lorien Revealed. Goblin Bombardment, oddly tempting. A Boyd. Ooh, late Fable. Yeah, Fable actually fixes, Kind of cute with the Greaves, too. Hey, Brunswitzku, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 36 months, the 3 years. Cheers! Oh shit, what up? Cube! You're just tuning in, so you hope we win another draft after this? Oh, yeah. I think we're, like, almost guaranteed another draft after this. There's some, like, very slow, grindy decks that, like, if they all went to 3 games and stuff, you could potentially have it soak up 2 hours, but this is going to be a 1-hour deck for surezies. Oh, plateau action. Hey, Jake Torborg, thanks for the sub, thanks for sharing the prime. Thinking about Copperline. Almost considering loot. Uro's good with Fable. Not really good with the rest of the deck, though. We don't have a lot of cards going to the graveyard. I think I'm happy with Lelia here. The land could be good, too. Ooh, Headliner. How many white sources do we have? 4? Yeah, a couple of fetches would really help. You think power is what we want most? I think it would depend on the power. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Quicksilver, thanks for the sub, thanks for 15 months. Yeah, I was trying to avoid double white. And I think I'm going to continue doing that. I'm just going to put Cankerloom in the sideboard. Three Surveillance is a pretty good number. Might be good on those. It also makes me really want an untapped Taiga effect. Lorien Revealed isn't a fetch, but it does do some nice fixing. I'll grab Bombardment anyway. Mostly playing on Bombardment if we get a Johnny, but I mean we've seen some really quality white cards going super late. Makes me think if there is a white drafter, they're playing Control. Weekly timesheets explaining exactly what you did by hour, and bi-monthly meetings explaining what you're going to do to improve. Jesus Christ. Kind of feels like they're building incentive to slow roll. Efficiency, right? Because if you see like multiple ways to improve, you're not really incentivized to like include all of those. It's better to like withhold one for another month, so you have something for the next fucking meeting. Also sounds like a huge ass fucking efficiency drain in the first place. Hourly timesheets? Hourly? Come on. 0900 spend 15 minutes documenting efficiency. Yeah. Tacos hates being micromanaged and maybe has small issues with authority. Yeah, kind of same, Tacos. There might be a reason that I'm a Twitch streamer. And not in some other career path. Very fortunate that this worked out for me. So, big thanks to everybody for watching and supporting and all that stuff. So we're not going to have the mana for Mana Drain. Double Blue's a bit rough. Stock Up could be a good card here. Help me put the combo together. I think I'm just going to take the Cub, though. Cub works with a beatdown plan, and it works with Nadu. We don't have fetch lands for it, but that's fine. I'd like the Trop. I'd like the Mox Diamond. The Mox Diamond's like a little bit less necessary because we have all these ones. But we don't actually want to pitch our lands if we can just sack them to Lumberjack anyway. A little bit of power. You think I'd make a good cheesemaker? I feel like cheesemakers don't have like a ton of oversight, right? Like they have to put a lot of time into their craft, and they have to go to classes and stuff. At least here in Wisconsin, they do. Get retested and such. But it seems like a really patient profession, where you're testing everything, making sure the conditions are just right, and like waiting for stuff to mature. If you want to do something different, you might have to wait for an entire cycle. Would I be the guy who puts the holes in the Swiss? I could probably do that. I could probably manage that. Well, there's one of those fetches I wanted, This one gets Sacred Foundry, Plateau, and the tapped Proving Ground. So we didn't get that bulk earlier. Oh, there's another fetch. You're gonna grab that. Almost didn't see it there. Death Grid is Champion, also very tempting. This fetch gets a little bit more. It gets the Portico and the Hedge Maze, but doesn't get the Sacred Foundry. An actual factual Taiga would be a bit better than this Proving Ground. I'd probably end up playing both. Do I ever go to the Art of Cheese Festival? I do not. The fuck is that? Hey, a Taiga, perfect. Oh. Where the fuck where do they have this? Well, a lot of stuff sold out already. Oh, it's in Madison. Well, think about this Lotus Cobra, huh? We have a couple fetches. White count pretty low for Solitude, or that would be the best card. Verge is fine, but I feel like we have enough Boros duels. Preordain's okay. Little Inti action here, maybe. Yeah, it's in September. Isn't CubeCon around then? Oh, wow, I guess we're Omnath colors. Should I play an Omnath? The Jacked Rabbit's probably better, but haven't gotten to play it in a bit. Oh, wow, Trop and Hollowed Fountain here. And we have both of them already. I want to take the Trop for the turn untapped. The green untapped for the turn one. Dorkarooskies. CubeCon's not till like October. How much are these fucking Cheese Festival tickets? Spirited Pairing, a Wisconsin Cheese and Bourbon Experience. $186 sold out. Jesus Christ. Maybe I can't afford this festival. These are like some Gen Con ass prices. That's just for like one event. Get cheesed pores. Yeah. Yeah, the cheese festival, they were talking about all the fucking money they're going to make. The fact that it happens to be about cheese was a happy coincidence. You saw it as a Facebook ad? Well, yeah, that's why they can charge so much. Advertising on Facebook. There's a creamery tour and tasting for $186. I bet they have tours cheaper than that if you just want to go. It's like not associated with the con. Yeah, it looks like everything is fucking sold out. This is crazy. Oh, I guess not everything. Pretty much. Holy shit. Alright. Maybe another year. I do like fancy cheese things. You work in fine dining, your 5-course, 5-wine dinners are like $125. Yeah. So I assume you're tasting like some very schwankety cheeses to justify that kind of price. Do we have enough forests for lumberjack? We do, yeah. A lot of them are fetchable too, which is kind of nice. Scrubland because we have black fetches. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because the black fetches can't get white otherwise. No, the Mire can get plateau. But Verdant can't get white. No, Verdant can get Lush Portico. Get this scrubland out of here. Maybe I want it. I do want some basics. And we need a couple cuts. I really don't feel like doing counts. I will, though. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. More's not bad, because then you get untapped. You want untapped for those dorks. And then red's our second base color. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8's okay. Could be better. Blue, we need like 6 or 7. Mire does not get blue, right? No. This would be 5 blue sources. I mean, you consider the Lotus Cobra and the Birds and the Noble and stuff. 5 blue sources for 3 blue cards is probably fine. And then what's white look like? 9 white sources. I don't need the plains, huh? Yeah, let's cut our win. I mean, Omnat's probably my worst card. No love for loot? No, I'm cutting a card. All these fucking 5-drops. Loot's fine. Loot's totally fine. I think I'll cut in team. Kind of like Inti with the red and 6, huh? Been the same land over and over. And there's a lot of good food. My favorite restaurant that I hit up semi-regularly is probably Tornado Room, the steak place. But yeah, hope you enjoy Madison. I think the vibes here are pretty good. Does it have tornadoes? Madison? Very few. We get like the occasional tornado warning, but you don't really hear about them hitting anything ever, whatever. Growing up in Wisconsin, we had tornado drills, but I think I've seen a tornado lifetime. And it was a small one. Why is the restaurant named that? No idea. I didn't name it. Red and 6 would be a good draw. Set up my next land drop while doing something. Hopefully we get our 4th mana, Oh my god. I can't cast Nadu. Why didn't the Guide of Souls attack? Oh, the Yavimaya would have let me if I had attempted to cast it, actually. Yeah, none of the blue text forest showed up on the screen. Silly meme. Well, that would have been way better than doing nothing. What are they losing life for? That makes sense. You think the opponent could be on counter magic? I don't think so at all. They haven't felt like a counter magic deck. Watch me get like Force of Will after saying that. Well, the opponent kept their hand with the idea that like Pride and Guide were going to do something, and then we killed one of the two. There's not really a hand that you're... If your hand is Ocelot, Pride, Guide of Souls, you can have 5 lands, and you're keeping that. It's not like an odd curve. It's like a totally reasonable keep. Come on, I want to hit some lands. Fair enough. Not a lot of I was sitting here with the Lotus Cobra and the Nadu, and I was like, man, this is gonna be so sweet. I'm just gonna hit a bunch of lands, have all the mana in the universe. I'm just sitting here like, The lands never came. The lands never came. First time Monstrosity is pretty sweet with Lightning Greaves. But I think I want one more removal spell in, This is a very Caleb deck. It really is, yeah. Pack one, pick one, I took Ignoble Hierarch over, like, slightly better cards, because I was, like, in the mood to red-green, let's go. And then we had to pick between Nadu and Athari for the splash. And so I jammed Nadu. I went to, yeah, the pick order was Ignoble Hierarch into Bloodbraid Challenger, into Nadu. And then we got 4th Aerolingus, like 5th pick or some shit. So we're like, okay, well, I guess we're doing that too. And then the Athari wheeled. Yeah, if I was in the opponent's spot, I don't think I would have down-ticked on Greaves either. Then your Nissa is just like on a super low loyalty against your opponent who has red mana. Like, it just like dies to like a Headliner Scarlet or something, and then they don't have any value. They had Gaia's Cradle over there too. They had a bunch of reasons to want creatures out. Hell yeah, Pi. Yeah, using Chariot to copy Nexus tokens is really cool. I've only done it like once, and I did it to copy a Fury to kill a Shieldred, and that did indeed feel very good. So you could turn to Chariot here, and that might be great even. But I think I just like killing the bird. One bird with one chainsaw. I miss pathing my own Wall of Omens out of Jeskai Twin. That was always weirdly satisfying. Orcish Lumberjack with a chainsaw. Yeah. This big technology boom gonna destabilize the Orcish lumbering markets. The Yavip Maya is kind of nice with my Lumberjack, huh? Well, I got something going on. That is a jacked rabbit, all right. Wow. I did not expect that bluff to get called. I mean, it wasn't a bluff, but you know what I mean? I didn't expect that non-bluff to get called. I thought for sure they were going to take 4 damage. I still like the attack, even like if I think they're not going to block. Because then we get to save the Headliner Scarlet for next turn where they have a bunch more tokens to block, right? I think it ends up being more damage. Again. This opener looks fucking rad. We can pop that. Wow, this card is actually really good. I think we just like 4th for 3 next turn. Oh, they're passing. Well, if they're holding up counter magic mana, then I guess we do this, huh? Got me. Do lose those exalted triggers, Can't I bring in the chainsaw again? Excuse me. You think they should add 5 more copies of 4th to the cube? You're probably right. Probably not enough of that. Just have everybody start with a 4th. And then games just like never last past turn 6. They haven't done they haven't done a Supreme Draft in a while. A while back, they suggested that they might, or they hinted that they might even do a Supreme Draft. Where the cube was, like, designed for it. It's like a bunch of, like, Rebs and Flusterstorms, I'd imagine. You're still waiting for the old school Boomer Cube? They did that last year on Burger. Their word was that it didn't do very well, so they weren't planning on bringing it back in the near future. Wizards? Wizards doesn't run Moto. That's Daybreak Games. You enjoyed it? I really enjoyed it too. It was a nice change of pace. So I could Lumberjack, give it haste, sack a land Pyrogoyf, or I could just play the damn Pyrogoyf, huh? Vomit. So they copy Pyrogoyf and like murder me, basically. Good enough for me. The Pro Tour cube could be a good one to see back. I really enjoyed that cube too, the Eric Klug one. I enjoyed drafting that one at Gen Con, or CubeCon actually. The first match? No, this is game 3. If you look in the bottom right corner, you can see that the record counter. Was kind of brutal. Them just having an efficient answer to a questing beast. Usually it's hard to answer a questing beast. Out of blue-red, like bolts and such, don't kill it. Yeah, in this spot, if you're sitting there with like a Mana Leak, for example, you don't have to just Mana Leak the challenger immediately. You can wait, see what the challenger hits, and then have your choice of countering the 4-3 or the Cascade hit. I think that's what the opponent just went through, realizing there. Oh, they were considering whether to counter the Bloodbraid or not. Yeah, it should set off an alarm bell when I surveil, leave a Lightning Greaves on top, when my whole board is haste creatures. Match 1. Are we still in match 1? What's going on? Oh, no, yeah, you blinked through match 1. Maybe I blinked through it too. Woo! I wonder if they saw the time walk and they're like, all right. This is a bit much. Yeah, so the Lumberjack lets us sack, and then we just get to play these dorks, and then the dorks have haste, so they, like, pay for themselves mana-wise. And we get the Cub down, and that starts giving me Nadu triggers as we go through the whole deck. Scrapple says, yo, what up, Caleb? Just finished work, got some banana pudding ice cream, now ready for some cube chillin'. Hell yeah. That sounds like a very pleasant evening, Scrapple. Yeah, we got another draft after this one for sure. We're in the finals right now. This league's going super fast. It's one of the benefits of drafting red-green, huh? It's got its benefits. Yeah, when I first heard the Digisoul in this tune, I was just sold. I was like, yep, in. Soulless Cobra doesn't really get you anywhere here. Let me just play the Fable. The Lelia could fucking serve. Yeah, maybe I'm just supposed to serve, huh? I'm gonna leave the Greaves on the Noble. That City of Traders is interesting. Yeah, braid it up. That Handsome Devil feel like a Free Luigi sort of musical artist. Oh shit, what up? Hey Borges336, thanks for the sub. Thanks for sharing that Prime. Have I listened to Glorb at all? No, I've never heard of him. Hey, thanks for the congrats, Mini Corey. Been a pretty sweet week. Pretty real attack. Stinky. Yeah, I was hoping to get the Omnath down, gain some life, stabilize. Broadside's a heck of a card, though. Can't Omnath next turn, because the Plateau can't tap for both red and white, right? The Nadu doesn't block very well here, since the Generous Plunderer has Menace. It's kind of a brick of a turn. We could have, instead of playing the Nadu on 3, like, set up for Omnath instead. I feel like this is better. There's a chance that you just, like, rip untapped white or red source and you can get I can get both, right? Or like another play that you can play alongside the Portico. So potentially you get to double play. Whereas if you do the setup, then you're for sure single playing. I think I'm going to Omnath over Bloodbraid Challenger here. They kind of have to answer the Omnath because just gaining for a turn is so difficult to race. This used to be the start of this playlist, and now it's like track number 78. I really need to break up some of my playlists. After like 300 tracks or something, YouTube stops. It just like stops playing your playlist. This is like done. Done, I'm full, that's it. Which playlist is it? This is my mainstream playlist, which was originally designed to be like as replayable as possible. So like high variety, mostly accessible music, and then doesn't put me to sleep and stuff, right? So there's a lot of like movie soundtracks on this playlist. There's a lot of video game soundtracks. Some like nerd adjacent stuff without actually being memey, right? Oh, I could Lelia to NQB'd, right? Oh, this is good though. I still could have Lelia'd. Do I want to? I wanted that trade. I might second main phase it. Peach sings Chandeliers on the meme playlist for sure. Second main phase, play a haste creature your turn. Yeah, I think playing QB plus Lelia is better than the Bloodbraid, but with the Bloodbraid hit, I feel okay about it. Well, that was a pretty good hit. GG. Plenty of ways to fuck that chicken, huh? Kind of want the Kavu in here, just like some early beef. You don't think that's the saying? Well, even if I didn't get this saying exactly correct, as they say, plenty of ways to fuck that chicken. Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Mercurius, thanks for the sub. Thanks for 14 months. Congrats on the 365, or maybe you're sorry? Regardless, thanks for the streams. You're very welcome. I think both sentiments have merit. I'm pretty excited about it, though. The 365. It's been sweet so far. The vibes have been good. I think it'll be overall very good for me, good for the stream. What more could I want, right? Do I have any specific goals for the 365? Yeah, I mean, I want to push myself. I want to put a lot of sweet Magic content out there. I want to make sure I don't rest on my laurels, as it were. Like, slowly shrink the average stream count, that sort of thing. I want them all to be meaty and satisfying and, put on a good show. Yeah, we've been in that chariot because I really wanted to play this Athari right now. Fuck, huh? Pretty close to just being dead. Like, I don't think Athari stabilizes anymore. You just heard Chumbawamba's The Day the Dauncey Died? I used to have that track on this playlist, actually. It's pretty gas. Buy a car when I get that license this year. So my fiance's got a car, and we don't drive very often at all. So I'm taking my driver's test very soon, actually, the start of next month. But, yeah, I just have no need for a car of my own. Yeah, if we played the Atharion curve, I think we would be in this. I think I'm not now. Oh, they have a counter anyway. Yeah, they might have been holding it up the turn that I was trying to ramp into Athari anyway, in which case they just had my number. Sure felt like it, right? Yellow light means floor it. I heard about... So the DMV on the west side apparently used to have a